Welcome back again to the Shepherd's Podcast.
One more time.
One more time with feeling.
Did you get all your messages cleared up from your grandmother? And
Well, I'm getting more.
So this is being recorded the day after the Israeli-U.S. attacks on Iran, and now Grandma is texting all of her grandchildren saying, you better buy gas today because it's going up and all those things.
Because of Iran. So
I filled up Saturday because I just had a feeling I need to fill up with gas.
I got $25 this morning. So
Very good.
I don't know. Well,
I fill up when the tank goes to E.
You sound like my wife. I fill up her car with gas when she has to drive my car. I know her car needs gas, so that's the way it works. I didn't talk about that at church yesterday very much. I didn't talk about the bombing. You know, you have those events, and people always come in. Are you going to preach about? You going to preach about Israel and Iran? And if I did that every time the skirmish broke out, that would be all you would talk about. You know,
there's always something.
Yeah, I mean, everybody. Okay, the Lord. There's going to be a day the Lord's going to come, and there's going to be a battle with Israel and the powers of the world, and it's in the book. You know, it's going to be there. My greater concern is, how are you living today? Are you being nice? Are you being kind? Or are you showing the love of Jesus to other people? So anyway,
Jules is our resident.
She's your prophecy.
She's our
watcher.
resident worrier.
Oh, okay.
So she's going to bed the other night, and she's like, "I'm just really, really afraid about Iran." And like,
really?
Yeah. She's like,
she's 12.
She said, "Are we safe?" And I said, "You know, Washington D.C., New York City, Greer, South Carolina. I think those are the top three targets. Lyman. Like we're not even in the city limits. Right. I think we're okay. Yeah. I think we're good." She was a nervous wreck in D.C. the other week.
Oh, I'm sure.
When we went, stopped for a few hours.
That was 2 days before the State of the Union address.
Yep. She was looking around, and I was just asking all kinds of questions, and we're in the National Archives.
Yeah. Declaration of Independence.
Whatever they call that big rotunda or whatever. And she's got her phone, and she's messing with. Now, Natalie is our history buff, and Natalie is reading every plaque. We're taking her phone died. She took too many pictures, sending them to her history teacher. I mean, she's just all about it. And Jules sees a lady with a Sephora bag, and she's like, "Can we ask her how far that Sephora was?" She drops her phone in the Archives rotunda, and I mean, it's marble.
Yeah.
If you've been there, and that thing echoed, boom, 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 and the guard,
I probably caught his attention,
spun around. And I mean, it was like a British guard spun around, clicked his heels together, whatever. And Riley has not let her live it down. Now, anytime Riley gets in trouble, she goes, "At least I didn't make a big noise at the Declaration of Independence." But she was a little bit of a nervous wreck. But I keep telling her I think we'll be okay.
I kind of feel for kids. When I was growing up,
Yeah.
you had international incidents, but you learned about them 3 days later. Even the and that's not necessarily true. I mean, if it was major enough, your networks would break in and
Walter
say,
Cronkite.
Yeah, but that was generally assassinations and things like that. I'm trying to remember 1978, 79 when the American hostages were taken in Tehran.
Mm-hmm.
We knew about it, and it was the lead story on the news every night at 6 o'clock
for 444 days or whatever.
But you really did. It just didn't saturate your mind because you weren't inundated nonstop. And I have to kind of temper your mom.
Oh yeah, you get consumed with it if you.
Oh, I got up yesterday morning and we had or Saturday morning, whatever morning it was that we attacked, and I was like, do I go in there and tell her, okay, and So I'm working at the computer, and she comes in there. Well, I see we started. And I was like, okay. I said, yeah, but, it's okay.
Well, we're going to finish it, too.
It's all right. But that's the world we live in. How did we get there?
I don't know. Oh, gas.
We're here, Shepherd's Podcast, co-host 1, co-host 2. We talked about the gathering, Shepherd's Gathering. I don't have an update on registration, but need you to register. Go to theshepherdsgathering.com. All you guys who said, if you'll do this, I'll come. If you'll do this, okay. Put up or shut up. Put up or shut up. And you got to go register. And all of you who are listening, share that social media link with all of your friends. We're going to try this. If it works, it's great. If it doesn't, I got plenty to do. So let's go.
I'm going to go fill up gas tanks.
I got to fill up gas tanks. All right, so let me take you two back tonight to the oil crisis. I don't remember when it was, 76, 77. I had my driver's license. There were lines for half a mile to a mile to get gas.
You had to do it by name or something, didn't you? Like your last name?
Depending on where you lived, you could go certain days.
Because there wasn't enough gas?
Yeah, gas was being rationed. But the other thing was, I remember a lot of people putting gas tanks and pumps in their homes, at their homes. They would have their own gas, and I'll say a lot of people, a few people, especially if you had a little farm or something. And so they would get a gas tank, like underground, and get a service station pump and have it out there and fill their machines. That kind of became something too. I'm not worried about it. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. What are you going to do?
Nothing.
What what are you going to do?
I feel like somebody said, does worrying add any days to your life? I can't remember who that was.
Jesus said something about,
I don't remember who that was.
Can't add an inch to your stature, and so we'll make the best of it. That's what we'll do, and we'll keep on going because the Lord's good. So we talked about Shepherd's Gathering. We talked about Easter week coming up. So you weren't in service yesterday. Did something a little different. Every year, our Easter offering is set aside for missions.
Correct.
And everything that comes in, our church, if it's not otherwise designated, it would stay in our local accounts, it goes in our missions budget. And it really is our missions budget. And so every year we do this. And every year I have people afterwards say, I meant to do that. I intended to do that. I read this study, and this is what I did yesterday. I gave out pledge cards for the missions offering, but these are not pledge cards to turn in. And I told them, I don't ever want to see them. This is a pledge for you to make to yourself that in the missions offering, I will give this amount of money signed with your name. I came across this study regarding physical exercise, and this is in my habits study I'm doing right now. I think we'll talk about habits toward the end. Physical exercise, and so they brought in 3 groups. In the first group, they gave them a lecture on the benefits of physical exercise. And they listened to it. The second group, they gave them the same lecture on the benefits, and then they gave them an exercise plan.
Specific.
Do this, do this, do this.
Yeah.
Third group, they gave them the lecture on the benefits of exercise, gave them the plan for exercise, and then gave them a sheet of paper that said, I will exercise on this day, these days for this amount of time, sign. 3 months later, they follow up. The group that only got the lecture, no impact. The group that got the lecture and the personalized plan, 25% or so had followed up with some personal exercise. The group that got the lecture, the plan, and signed the statement, I will do this on these days, 90%, because they had signed the commitment.
You do that at car dealerships. Like, If I can get you at this, they'll just get a scrap piece of paper and draw a line.
Yeah.
If I can get you, will you do it? And if you'll do it,
just sign this.
Just
right
sign
here,
this. It's a napkin.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
You've signed a thing that you
right.
And so my thought was, we intend to give a good offering for missions, but there's a difference between intending to do it and committing to do it.
Yep.
And so we passed them out, and I hope everybody has taken them, and I ask them to pray over them and sign them, and then put it in your Bible or put it somewhere, because this is your commitment to yourself.
Right.
But here's my observation that I shared. It's my observation among us that we will give hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars to our habits and our hobbies, to our
kids' travel ball teams.
Well,
thanks for bringing that.
I didn't go there, but good shot. To our political causes, to the charities that tug at our hearts.
IPTAY and Gamecock Club.
I did. Did I not?
You sure did.
To our teams.
Yeah.
And I mentioned you walk in the parking lot and there are IPTAY stickers and Gamecock Club stickers all in there. And I don't offer that in condemnation, because there's a Gamecock Club sticker on my wife's car.
There's a Rams Club on mine, but it's only $8 a month. So
I don't offer it in condemnation, because that is your money to do whatever you want to do with.
Sure.
My question is, what will you give for the gospel of Jesus Christ?
That's good.
What are you willing to give? Now, the immediate answer from some I knew would be, well, I give my tithes, every week. Well, no, you really don't give your tithe. That's not yours to give. That's already his.
Yeah.
He's already said the tithe belongs to me.
Right.
That's not a matter of giving. That's a matter of honesty. Are you going to be honest with God and give him what's his? Among everything that you're giving, what will you give for the gospel of Jesus Christ? Put it in there and sign it in. So let me remind everybody, our Easter offering's coming up. I guess if I had a long-term goal, I think it would be great if our Easter offering every year was $1 million. And the only way to do that is to start that. So put all that out for everybody. Sign the pledge to yourself, answering what will you do, what will you give for the gospel.
I like it.
Let's talk about habits.
Okay.
And let's talk about how to have better habits. We all have habits. Some of them, how do we have better habits? And there's a key to this study that I read. I'm still studying that book, Atomic Habits, and it's key to better habits. So here's what they did. There was this hospital, and they wanted to get their people to eat healthier.
Yep.
Without having healthy eating lectures, and stuff like that. How can we get them to eat healthier? So they evaluated the cafeteria, and they noticed that at the checkout place at the cafeteria, that's where the refrigerators were for drinks, and they were filled with
soda.
So what they did was they added to the soda in the refrigerators bottles of water. Didn't say anything to anybody. They just added it to the refrigerator with the sodas, bottles of water. And then throughout the area, the dining area, they put baskets with bottles of water there. And they just put it in front of them. They added water baskets. And here's what happened within a month. Sales of soda was down 12%, and water intake was up 25.8%.
Oh, wow.
And it was the conclusion, a couple of conclusions. One, we tend to base our choices on what's convenient.
Yeah, 100%.
So when we talk about bad habits, bad eating habits, what we tend to, our choice is based on, we might know that eating fast food is not healthy.
But
it's right there.
But in the last month.
Yeah.
I've put on 6 pounds.
Okay.
Because
you're traveling.
Yeah, and that's all. Especially when you're traveling with food allergies.
When you're in the airport and you go safe, and that's what's there.
I got to know what I can eat, and it's convenient, and that's it. Yeah, 100%.
You know, I know we have staff meeting every Monday, and we have it at lunch. Everybody bring your own lunch, and we meet.
Yep.
And if I thought, what I do is I wait till 11:30. What do I want to eat, and where do I wind up? I just need to grab something, and I'll try to go to Subway or somewhere like that and be a little healthier. But it's just we make our decisions based on convenience.
Yeah.
And I guess where that goes is this. The environment you choose to live in large part determines your behavior. Mm-hmm. It's a great lesson for parents here. The environment you choose for your children is going to determine their behavior.
Yep.
The environment you are around, they had a little scientific formula, behavior equals the person times the environment.
Yep.
And so you're going to have a person who's in a good environment, and they're a totally different person.
Yeah.
And yet you let them get in a corrupting environment, and you don't know who that person is.
Right.
Because the environment we let ourselves be around. Now, the Bible talks about bad character corrupts good. Mm-hmm. The environment you let yourself be around determines your behavior.
Right.
Well, we could just preach on that for a minute. Mm-hmm. And I'll go on. In the grocery stores was the next thing they brought up. The items on the aisles that are at eye level are the top sellers.
It's intentional.
It is, because you know why? Because people aren't going to reach up,
and they don't want to squat down.
And they don't want to squat down. Mm-hmm. It's convenience. Mm-hmm. And so when a grocery store is negotiating where your food is going, and everybody wants to pay more for the eye level area of the shelf, because the things that are on eye level, those are the ones that are most purchased, along with the things that are right in front of you when you check out.
The impulse buys.
And this brings to light this reality about our habits, that the most powerful sensor we have in making our decisions is our eyes. Mm-hmm. What we see is what we'll do.
You've talked about this before. All of the search engines in the world.
Yeah.
There's a reason that's number one. And it's because when you go to this page, that's what it is. There's the bar.
What do you want to see?
Yep.
What do you want to search on?
I'm not using Bing or Yahoo or
that's not filled with a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Here's the bar.
It's easy. Simple.
The most powerful sensor any of us have is our eyes. And here's the reality. We talk about habits and choices. Mm-hmm. What we put in front of us is going to dictate what we choose.
Yeah.
And that's true. What you watch on TV, that's true. What you read. A lot of us want to have the habit of reading the Bible. And it's interesting. We have maligned people for having a dusty Bible on the coffee table. But you got a much better chance of reading that Bible if it's on the coffee table than you do if it's in a shelf in the back room that you don't ever go into.
Or even by your bed. Because I'm going to read it in bed, and I'm going to fall asleep.
Yep.
If I'm in that bed, I'm falling asleep.
That wasn't specifically one of the examples, but generically they talked about if you think you're watching too much TV, take your TV out of your bedroom.
Yeah.
The most powerful sensor we have is, and our eyes are determining the choices we make in life. We could even talk about pornography there. But
absolutely.
It's what you put right in front of you. There was a Dutch community. The government was trying to figure a way to lower energy consumption, and they found this community that had a 15% lower usage rate than other communities in the country.
Yeah,
and they went there to find out, why is your energy rate so much lower. And the difference was when they built this community, they put the electric meters in the hallway in the house.
So you could see.
You're walking by it all the time. It's what you should do with your girls.
Seriously.
Because I know you told me that
I'm going to start Venmo. I'm starting sending Venmo requests.
You left the lights on, $5.
All these lights on.
But, and they found out that when the meters were in the house, the usage was down. Then it was 15%. They moved some, and it went down 30%. The note is all of our habits are triggered by cues. Something cues us to do that.
Yeah.
And if you want to have better habits, you've got to surround yourself with better cues. Mm-hmm. Because we are visual people by nature. The context of your environment is the cue. Now, let me go one step further. 21 minutes. I don't know. I just find this stuff fascinating.
Yeah, for sure.
So, 1970s, we're at war in Vietnam. Some congressmen went over, and they found that 20% of our soldiers were addicted to heroin. And 35% of them had tried heroin at some point in time. Pause. Look at their environment.
I was going to say.
They're at war.
Yeah.
There's tension and there's uncertainty and
PTSD.
When you're fighting, you're fighting. When you're not fighting, you know. Follow up. When they came home, only 5% remained addicted. And only 12% had relapsed in a 3-year period.
Yeah.
What was the difference? Environment.
They're not in that, yeah.
They're not in that environment. When their context changed, their habit changed.
What's the, what's the percent? I know it's out there, but the percentage of people who are in prison for a long period of time end up going back, committing a crime intentionally so that they can go back because they've become so accustomed.
They're addicted
to the environment. They don't know how to function outside.
They don't know how to function outside that environment. You mentioned traveling, gaining 6 pounds. When I worked for Michelin and I was flying in New York every Monday and flying home every Friday night, I gained about 20-something pounds because in the environment there was nothing to do but eat.
Right.
Your environment, the context determines your habits. It's why you have people who have an addiction and they go to rehab and they get clean.
Yeah.
We've all heard this story. Whether they're addicted to drugs or addicted to alcohol, whatever, they go through the process, go through the program, and they get clean. But
because that's not readily available to them.
It's not readily available. As soon as they come home back to their same environment, 90% of them return to the addiction. Because it's the environment.
Right.
Now, let's pause here and talk about from a parenting standpoint. What is the environment you're letting your children be surrounded by? Because this is what's setting the stage for their choices. It's not a matter of being snooty or sheltering. It's the environment you let your children around is what's determining their choices. I would go one step further. If you put your children in a bitter environment, they're going to make bitter choices and be bitter people. If you put them in a loose environment, they're going to make loose choices and destructive habits will set in on them.
It's probably an extreme example, but it's the only one I can think of.
It's all right.
Racism is not hereditary by blood, but it is hereditary by what they see.
Sure.
So there are probably people who sit down and explain, like, we don't like people of this race to their children.
Right.
But for the most part, it's just they inherit it.
This is what I've seen.
This is what I've seen.
My environment.
Yeah. This is what I've seen.
We look at people, and I think the church does this as well, and we tend to come down on them and say, you lack self-control. You need to get a hold of yourself, and you need to make better choices, and you lack self-control. Actually, what they need to do is be better. The people who succeed in having good habits have made better choices in structuring the environment they're around.
Mm-hmm.
The people who succeed, the people who come off drugs and get clean and stay off, are not the ones who went back to the same environment they were in.
Right.
But who made new friends.
Yep.
Changed, that they restructured the environment they're around. Here's one of the things that the author notes. Our habits are etched in our brain.
Right.
And there will always be a desire there.
Right.
And the only way to conquer it is change the environment. He noted that there was this particular analyst who loved to ride horses, and while riding horses, loved to light up a cigarette. Just that was the thing. Go out for a ride and light up a cigarette while riding. As time went on, they stopped riding and they stopped smoking.
Yeah.
But the occasion came along and they went back and, hey, you want to go horseback riding? Yeah. And the analyst said, I was amazed that as soon as I climbed on the horse, I wanted a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
Because the habit was always there, never went away. And when put back in the environment, it's exactly what triggered.
Yeah.
People who, it's not a matter necessarily of just, okay, I've got self-control. I'm not going to eat fast food or whatever. The way not to eat fast food is to avoid fast food restaurants.
Right.
For the addict, you don't go back into that environment. For the alcoholic, you don't see alcoholics hanging around in bars and clubs.
This idea of boundaries is one that we struggle with. And I had a conversation in some counseling sessions with a college age student recently, and they're like, "Oh no, I definitely have boundaries." And my observation was, you do, but only when it's too late.
Yeah.
Only when it's got to DEFCON whatever do you go, I need to use these boundaries.
I need to get a handle on this.
Goes back to the same principle that you and I have talked about a million times, that Andy Stanley wrote in The Best Question Ever.
What's the wise thing to do?
I'm going to set up boundaries for myself so far in advance that even if I accidentally cross one, I'm still so far away from sin that I'm okay.
I'm all right.
And he used the example of however many % of extramarital affairs begin either on a car ride, at a meal, or working late. So he says, when we got married, Sandra and I will never ride in a car alone with a woman who's not my wife.
Right.
And that means that if he's doing a speaking engagement and
a man,
somebody comes and picks him up, it's a female, he will say, I am so sorry, but I will wait here while you go get somebody else to come pick me back up. Yeah. And he'll go, is it a sin for me to do that? No. Is it wise for me to do that? Not if I'm committed to this.
The environment.
Right.
It's the better structure of lives is not developing stronger willpower, but it's putting yourself where you use self-control the least.
Correct.
Because you don't have to.
Right.
It's controlling the environment, and there's some things that I could do, you could do. There's some places I could go that you could go that are just it's not a sin, but it puts you in an environment where your weaknesses are more prone to surface.
Right.
And that's learning how to live wiser. Our habits, especially our bad habits, are generally encoded to the environment we're in. And when you're in that environment, you're going to be prone, to make that decision. The writer noted, you can break a habit, but you're very unlikely to ever forget it. And the best way to do is you cut it off at the source. Clyde Ogle. So he was when Praise Cathedral started, he was the retired pastor who came out and kind of was their mission pastor and got them going till they organized and called Brother Johnson come be the pastor. And he used to tell this story in the pulpit that a woman come up to him, Brother Ogle, I need you to pray that God will take away my cigarettes. And he looked at her and said, he didn't give them to you. Which is it's a great line.
Yeah.
And here's what he said to her. If you don't buy them, you won't smoke them.
That's right.
And he was really saying, you got to change your environment. You got to change the environment of your house. Now I feel for her because her husband smoked. So, oh man, what a struggle that would be. You know, if you're watching your weight, don't buy donuts.
Right.
Don't. It's these habits will always be there. Self-control will come and go, but if you can control the environment you're in, you have a much better chance of success.
You will become the environment you put yourself in.
Absolutely, 100%, no questions asked.
Think about it. The people that are gossips,
Yeah.
they usually run together.
Yep.
But they don't put up a sign to be like, hey, the gossip club's meeting over here. They find each other because they find that environment. And even if you're not that, to be in that,
You're drawn.
you become that.
T.D. Jakes used to preach in a church like people always find each other.
Oh, yeah.
And he said the gossips will find the gossips, and the critics will find the critics.
Yep.
And he said the adulterers will find the adulterers.
Yep.
See,
Look at that.
Daniel added a bunch of new stuff to our shelf here, and
Yep.
Can't have nice things.
you can't have nice
About
things.
killed
You
Dwight.
know what just fell? What just fell was a cassette album of Ray H. Hughes preaching "The Anointing Makes the Difference."
Oh,
It just so I don't know if Ray was amening us there or was saying, no, you need to preach on sanctification. I'm not really sure.
he about took out Dwight.
He did about take out Dwight, but Dwight overcame.
Yeah.
So,
Dwight, that's Eddie Hardy.
Oh, my word.
so anyway, I just find it fascinating and yet simple.
Yeah.
And I think about people in the church setting who struggle with habits and who do want prayer, and yet, you know, maybe the Lord would say to you, don't go there.
Right.
Don't change your environment. You're grinning like, yeah, I agree with you. Just keep going on out that limb. But seriously.
I used this example yesterday with the students. When I worked at AT&T,
All right.
Most people who had problems with their phone would bring their phone in
Yep.
and toss it on the counter and be like,
Fix it.
It's a piece of junk.
Yeah.
Well, the truth is it's not a piece of junk. This is more complicated than the computers that sent the astronauts to the moon.
Yep.
And it's in our pockets. And when my girls bring me their devices and say, this is broken,
Yeah.
it's not working, it's all the same 9 times out of 10. They don't remember the last time they've turned it off. Their storage is full of 35-minute 4K videos of, hi guys, I'm trying on mascara or whatever. It's just full of stuff, but they blame the phone.
Right.
But it's really
The
our
user.
usage of the phone. Same thing. We get really frustrated when things don't go our way.
Yeah.
But you know, Jesus said in Luke 6 when he was talking about the wise man and the foolish man
Yeah.
building their house on the rock and the
Yeah.
sand, why do you call me Lord and not do what I say?
And not do what I say.
So like we get really frustrated with
We mess our lives up.
this is not working out.
Yeah.
And he's looking at us going, because you're not doing what I told you. Didn't even talk to me about this before you jumped into it.
I told you the environment in which this works.
We play think fast with God a lot,
Sure.
where we take something and we don't put any effort into thinking or praying about it. We just throw it up and think fast and hope that he catches it.
Right.
And then if he doesn't, we go, I can't believe you dropped the ball.
You let me down,
You
God.
let me down. How could this
How can I
happen?
serve you?
How could this happen?
I can't trust you.
Right. And in the meantime, he's going, I didn't even agree to play this with you.
Right.
And you just threw it up. So
I saw a video, and we'll wrap up with this. I saw a video, and I don't remember the preacher's name. And I'll butcher this, so I'm just going to give you what I remember. But the essence of it was, you have a car. You have a nice car. You want the car to last. You want to take care of the car. You want your investment to really do you well, serve you well. The manufacturer wants you to enjoy the car and wants your car to serve you well. And the manufacturer wants you to enjoy the car and the car to serve you well, so much so that they have put in your glove compartment a manual.
Yeah.
And the manual tells you everything you need to know about how to operate that car, about how to take care of that car, about warning indicators that may come on telling you things that may need your attention within that car. Anything related to that car, all you have to do for as long as you own it is look in the manual.
Yeah.
And so what most new car owners do is as soon as they get home, they peruse the manual and and begin to look at what I need to do to take care of this car. And then he made the analogy, God has given you a manual of how to live your life, of how to take care of your life, of how to be successful in life, of how to be pleasing to him. And God has given all of us a manual, and it's called the Bible. And if you would be as committed to the Bible as you might be to the manual in your car, it would show you what the warning indicators mean and how you should live your life and how you should direct your affairs and how you should take care of your family. And it was a great analogy.
See, I thought you were going to go, but we leave it in the glove compartment until there's an emergency.
Well, that's true too.
Then we pull it out and
That's
frantically go, what size light bulb do I need for a taillight?
And we don't even do that anymore. We go to Google and search on it.
Yeah.
But it's just a great case study of, if you want good habits are associated with a good environment.
Right.
And if you allow yourself to be placed in a bad environment,
right,
the bad habits are going to be controlling of your life.
Yep.
So, didn't know that would take that long. I didn't even get into the marriage. We'll talk about marriage. We're all afraid to talk about it.
Marriage, love.
What brings us together today? Make sure you mention the Shepherd's Gathering.
Have I not mentioned it?
We got to mention it 75 times.
So we have this website for our gathering that's coming up. The gathering will feature Dr. Mark Williams, Dr. Mark Rutland, Chris Kilgore, Neil Nolan, others perhaps. It's a gathering of pastors and ministry leaders. I mean, you may be a youth pastor, a children's pastor. I don't really care. It's a place where those of us who shepherd others can just come together and sharpen ourselves and refresh ourselves together. And sometimes one of the greatest keys to this is just being together.
Yeah.
You know, so go to that website, theshepherdsgathering.com, sign up. We need you to register. We need to know that this is going to be worth our while. We want it to be, but if you don't sign up for it, I haven't got a lot of this is not a denomination thing, and so they're not going to promote it. This is what we are doing, and I invite you to come and be with us. Let me tell you who's going to come, all right? And I debate on whether or not I was going to say this. I'll say it at the end. Maybe they stopped listening by now. The guys who were just looking for here we go. The guys who were just looking for a quick way to bump their attendance or for the next gimmick in church growth. The guys who were just interested in the shallow hype of church, they're not going to come.
Right.
And that's okay, because this is about opening the Word and seeing how to be the shepherd God's called us to be. Seeing how he shepherds us, thus how we should shepherd our people. And so those who are really interested in the deep things of God, those will be the ones who will sign up. So sign up. I look forward to seeing you.
And it has to be The Shepherds.
Correct.
TheShepherdsGathering.com.
Yeah.
Or you can go to my Facebook page, go to the Shepherds Podcast Facebook page. What other Facebook pages we got?
Well, YouTube. We got our YouTube channel.
Is it on our church website page?
Not yet.
Well, let's put it on our church website page.
All right. We can add that. I know the guy.
You can go to praisecathedral.org and we'll have a link there. You can click on it and take you to it.
Shepherdgathering.com is actually a women's Bible study.
Oh.
Okay.
Kind of the opposite end of the spectrum there.
Not to be confused. No, I hope there are ladies. We have ladies who have signed up to come.
Patsy.
Yeah, there'll be ladies there. So
No, I just meant it.
No, you can't dig out of that.
No.
Too late.
No.
Pull me out of this.
Too
The
late.
Assembly's got bad environment. People don't take hints.
Thanks for joining us.
See us next time.
See you
See
next
you next
time.
time.